Back 1 second. Hello, Chris. How are you? Yeah, he's turning out alright. I'm much better at tone than I am at colour. Okay, I want you to be looking up here. Up here, dude. Up here. This dot. Look at this dot. Bang. Oh, I was talking to the character because, yeah, because I'm a special little flower like that. He's not looking in the right direction. It's really annoying me. I feel like that's someone I could probably get along with in a long term thing. What if I just move? Maybe over here. Does that help? No, not in the slightest. Irish is good. I like Irish. They're hot. he is definitely looking in the correct direction now. Needs some fixing, but this is better. He's not supposed to look pensive. He'll look better when he's got his angry mouth on, I guess. But I haven't done the angry mouth yet because I've been too busy focused on the angry eyes. He won't look pensive when I'm done. There you go, see? That already looks better. Less pensive. See, he's in that weird place now, where it doesn't matter what you put on the bottom half. It just completes it, no matter how cruddy it is. Excellent. I might have to make like 6 or 7 layers just filled with stupid mouths. just for poops and giggles. See, suddenly adding that in doesn't seem to work. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so he's not allowed any light in his eyes whatsoever. And he still looks kind of pitiful. Okay. Back to being not coloured in. I'll fix that later. Hello, Castle. How are you? My face is still here. I promise. I just haven't put it on, so I just haven't turned it on, to be honest. Couldn't be bothered. Can't be bothered constantly adjusting my breasts. Yeah, this is from something I've been writing with someone for a while. We do it for poops and giggles. But this is like one of the very first scenes before you've actually met the characters. It just kind of came naturally. The first scene is this guy having the shit beaten out of him. Which will become apparent when I'm finished, but at the moment he still only has one leg. He hasn't had the shit beaten out of him that much. Things aren't quite that bad. But yeah, so having just had the crap beaten out of him, I would imagine he has a lot of inner turmoil. So I'm kind of glad you came to that conclusion. Doesn't look like he's had the crap beaten out of him, not yet. I'll fix that later. You know what, Castle? That's a great idea for a badge, and you should do it. And then let me buy one. Better yet, send it to me for free. You know, because I gave you the idea. I totally earned that. Thanks, Chris. Get Badget. Trademark. Buy Badget. Practicing is good. Throwing a tantrum is also good. I find that works for me. Throw a tantrum, quit for 10 years, start again. Saying that, I can't imagine how far I'd be if by now if I just stopped quitting. have a teeny tiny kitten on my floor and she's really cute. She's guarding where she thinks the mouse is. Little does she know, I took the mouse outside when she wasn't looking. If people didn't have faces, drawing people would be so much easier. Okay, that's better. Now I can't see the broken eye from before. It looks better. Alright, Castle. I'll see you later. Fail, Malthus, fail. Goodbye. How do you snarl? Something like that, I think. Nearly coming up to the hour mark. You're straight. You're a straight line, but you shouldn't be a straight line. You should be slightly at an angle like that. mouse is not cooperating. Let's try. Let's get onto something a little bit more our level. Get rid of that. need to get a window capture. More specifically, Photoshop needs to get a window capture. Don't like those ears. Like the shape is good, but they're just too at odds with the rest of the picture. Pixels! Pixels. Alright. probably have to change the saturation a little so it matches the hair. He really needs another leg. Hi there, Eric. How are you? That's good to hear. And thank you. This is a completely new style of drawing that I haven't attempted before. And it's probably going to go horribly wrong at some point. In fact, it's gone horribly wrong several times, but the magic of Photoshop. I'm not actually seeing where the wild things are. I should probably get on that. That's not what I want to do. Don't even know what that button is. No, this is a young gent named Raven. I know it sounded like I was going to continue my sentence, but that was the end of the sentence. It's a mix of a lot of techniques I've tried at other times. But yeah, no, this is new somewhat. Certainly, I've used the colouring technique before, but I've used it for colouring, which I am notoriously really quite bad at. So this time we're just going to start with tone. So I picked purple because to sort of reflect the general, you know, ambience of the entire picture. Nighttime in an alley. Purple seems okay. And from there, once all the tone is done, I'm going to try and add colour like that. And it's not going to be regular colour, no. I'm going to really, really go nuts with it. Be reflective. You. Okie doke. Alright, Eric. See you around. Thanks for stopping by. Always nice to have more people around. What are you doing? Ah, I see. Hey, I see an Asher. Hi there. Too much. Am I quiet? Oh, that's no good. That'll be because I actually use Twitch for watching streams and I've turned the music up too loud. Hello, Walker. How are you today? Thank you very much, Helen. And it was Taya. I try to greet people with loving enthusiasm. Doesn't always go that way, but I try. Sometimes I just ignore them completely until 3 hours after they've left, but such is life. I just got so bored of scouring my picture for the colour that I want, like, I mean, I could put it up here, but these dots are so tiny, and sometimes, you know, it's not quite right. You just want to sort of scour, like, dot, 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 dot. This would be an amazing add-on for someone to do. A swatch add-on. So, this is your swatches, yeah, but an actual gradient add-on. So, it's like a box you can scribble in. to mix colors together. That would be fantastic. I would love that. Just to have that. It probably exists somewhere, but for some reason my Photoshop doesn't like add-ons. Probably because it was grandfathered in from like CS3. Yes, it's been grandfathering since CS3. I'm doing alright, Walker. I'm attempting a new technique that I haven't actually tried before. It's going well. If I were any good at programming, I would give it a go, but the most complicated thing I've managed to program so far is an ASCII art hangman, and that was with help. The next most simple thing that I've started programming is deleting your temp files with a little application, because I really can't be bothered to do it. No, that's too much. That's too much as well. That needs to be darker a bit. Yeah, my dad joined a company. And they automatically give you a whole bunch of licensed stuff to take home to use in your computer so you can do work from home. Which is great and really organized of them. And especially since he worked in IT, you know, it made sense that he would be the kind of guy who can do his work from home, because he can just remote access everyone's computer. But they just gave him all of the stuff. They didn't like say, okay, you'll need this, so you take these programs home. They just went, have all these programs. So I have Photoshop CS3. Which is good, because I wouldn't be paying for it monthly now. One thing, I don't have the money to pay for it monthly. But yeah, I'm neatening up the hair because I can't be bothered to do his mouth or his other leg. But I could really, really I can't remember what I was going to say. It's completely gone out of my head. Oh yeah, what I could really, really do with is A, a drink, and B, a new art program on. The trouble is, bad things keep happening to my computer, so I can't try out Paint Tool Sci anymore, unless I find a cheapy download, which I might do, just for trying it out, because the trial ran out whilst I was fixing my computer. I was like, oh yeah, I can get Paint Tool Sci and try that out now, and then it broke again, and I was like, ah. So, I still haven't had a chance to properly try out Paint Tool Sci. There's this program that, for some reason, DeviantArt really seems to want me to try. They've been sponsoring them recently. The name of which completely escapes me. I'm sure if you go on the DeviantArt website, it'll be sat there in a banner somewhere. I've been tempted to download that. No, he wasn't even with Adobe. The company wasn't Adobe. It was some other random company, and they bought a ton of licensed stuff to just give out to people. So obviously some people on their staff required Adobe for working from home, and so they just gave it to everyone. It's like, yeah, my dad works in IT. He really doesn't need Photoshop for his job. But, you know, they just factored it into the cost of every single person they hired. And just went, actual Adobe, here you go. But, you know, I was a graphics student at the time, so my dad came home and went, here you go, have Photoshop. Thanks, Dad. It's quite expensive, this. I did get a lucky break, but I do need another one. If only because all this down the side needs to go, and every time I accidentally press this button instead of the Alt button, all of that happens because Photoshop only works with monitor capture, not window capture. Which drives me nuts. Streaming, they have to acknowledge that streaming is now a thing that exists, and that they need to, you know, be compatible. Preferably sooner rather than later. So I need to try that nice DeviantArt one, give it a go at some point. First I should see how this new technique works out for me, because, you know, it's a brand new technique, so it'd be kind of unfair to try it out in a new program that I've never even used before and go, no, that program doesn't work so well. It's like, well, yeah, that's because you've never done this before. How's the program supposed to know? New technique seems to be working. So, I need to scout around for other art programs. Maybe if I ask Sai really nicely, they'll give me a trial download, a different trial download. There we go. The ears look a little bit less out of place now that the hair has more detail. I need to do something here, but nothing looks quite right. I don't know. They probably would if I was, you know, popular in any way, shape or form, but I'm really not. You know, if I had, say, 20 viewers every session, every time I streamed or something like that, they'd probably turn around and go, yeah. Because even if you don't buy it from us, you free advertising. It's not particularly for anything. I have a friend. I do role playing. It's fun. Writing stories together. Fantastic. Sorry, I forgot I don't have a camera up anymore, so when I sit there and fold my arms while I'm thinking, you guys can't tell that that's what I'm doing, so it just looks like I've stopped. I do role playing, and I have a friend that has been a strong play partner of mine for ages. She's very talented, very lovely. But we've been creating stuff together for like a year, 2 years, something like that. That's better. This works. And yeah, so we actually have a really, really long play. So long, in fact, that when we copy and pasted it all into Microsoft Word, because we generally use Skype as a medium, and it's really, really, really bad at keeping track of chat logs. Like after 6 months, it's gone. You don't want that. So we copied it all into Microsoft Word, and it was so long that, did you know, if you put too many spelling and grammar mistakes in Microsoft Word, eventually it gets to a point where it goes, sorry, we can't display the spelling and grammar mistakes anymore, with the little jagged lines underneath the words that are wrong. We can't display them anymore. There are too many. You have to get rid of some of the ones we already previously highlighted, and then we'll show you more of your mistakes. And I was like, I didn't even know that was a thing, Microsoft. Yeah, testing the limits and breaking Microsoft Word. That's a special pastime of ours. So, yeah, we've written it all out, and things have been pretty rough the past few months, but she's a good friend, and I'm like, you know what, you're kind of what's keeping me inspired at the moment. You're kind of what's pushing me forwards. So, I've just decided that I'm gonna firstly rewrite the entire play, so that it's not jointed, so it's not us taking turns, but it's meshed together, and I'm going to illustrate it. So this is essentially, basically, the very first time you meet her character, that being after he had the living daylights beaten out of him, and he's sitting in an alley, being grumpy and injured, but he doesn't care that he's injured. All that he cares about is that someone drew a stupid drawing on his neck in bright pink permanent marker. Because that's all he cares about at that point in time, is I have permanent marker on my neck. Not I'm bleeding from the head. Not I'm battered and bruised. It's there is permanent marker on my neck. See, that just looks like he's a... Oh, that works. I can deal with that. So yes, that is what the illustration is for in the most long-winded term. It is just an illustration of a story. Written together over a very long period of time. There he is. Probably get round to giving him another leg. And, you know, a mouth. Possibly finish off the background. Oh. I've got a cat foot still. She is underneath my chair. She's been doing this a lot recently. She's decided that the safest place for her to curl up is directly underneath where I put my feet whenever I want to stand up or stretch my legs. I quite like this colour palette. Though it does look a little weird on other pictures. See, now you're going to see my awful, awful colouring, because I'm about to open other things. See, that looks nice, and I can deal that works. What tends to happen in other pictures, if it will ever load. Right, ignoring the awful, awful colouring. And the disproportionate face and everything. See, somewhere in here there is... I'm going to redraw Jeremiah at some point as well. There you go. It's just floating planets. And that's what it looks like in other pictures. Just planets. And I move them around as I please, like, wee, now be over here, now be over here. And sometimes if I'm working really in detail in this bit, I'll sort of twist them around and be like, wee, and to get the colour that I want closer. I'm hoping I'm not going to end up with little floaty planets. Okay, I'll leave the head. Oh, but look at it. Right. See, what I actually need to do before starting the second leg is I need to fix the first leg, because I don't know if you noticed, it grew a bit. It's kind of like he's actually ripped his knee out the joint and moved it over a foot. So we're gonna fix that. So let's do a thing. Oh, alright. Whoops. Boop. Oh, I can actually see that quite nicely. That's fine then. I can just go straight into... Whoa, that's not what I wanted to do. B. Thank you.
I'll redo his hand afterwards. I haven't been happy with his hand for a while. No idea why that was so rough. Doesn't need to be so rough, does it? No. Rough just looks rough. See, what I do need to do is smooth that out a bit and then bring that down. There we go. There's the other half of his jacket. Sort of. I'm going to be perfecting that for a little while, I think. Oh, actually, I don't need too much. Okay. So I don't know why I'm choosing to make that lighter. I should really choose to make the other one darker. There's not a lot of light here. Goodbye, other layer, you're getting in the way and you're changing the color of stuff, and I don't want you changing the color of stuff.
Sasha. Well, I'm going in a few minutes, so I'll see you on other places. Oh. There we go. There he is. Still didn't get around to that leg, or the mouth, or the background. Well, those will all be tomorrow, or Friday. Hopefully tomorrow. I'm quite enjoying the painting right now. I should be able to get around to it quicker. So, save. Yeah, his leg makes a lot more sense now. And thank you for stopping by, everyone. I will see you again soon.